beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we are going to talk about the brand new, I have it here, the Floral Collection by Ace Beauté. I have all 4 of the palettes here. We are going to be swatching all of them. We're going to take a closer look at them. I'm going to do one look with each palette. This is going to be 4 different tutorials and we're just going to see if we like these palettes or not and just take a closer look at what's coming from Ace Beauté next. So what sent these palettes as PR from Ace Beauté? I don't know the pricing of these. I haven't seen it. If I can find it, I will put it in the description box. And as soon as I find out, I will put it in the description box. But I'm guessing because these are like smaller, slimmer palettes. They look like this. This is the yellowy one. I'm thinking they're going to be a little bit cheaper than the palettes that I've had before. And you can use my discount code Angelica and you will get 10% off your order as well. I will leave that down below in the description box when you're making your order. These will be available on the 24th at 12 p.m. CST. Again, I will leave all the info I can down in the description box. I have done one look with each palette and I'm going to divide this video into chapters. You can see that down below. So there's going to be a close-up of the palette, swatches of the palette, and then there's going to be an eye look of the palette. This is the last look that you're going to see in this video, and I'm giving you some quick thoughts about it at the showing the look at the end. But basically these palettes are a floral collection and you can see embedded into the front of the palettes are actual flowers. So this is a really fun collection and it's something totally different from Ace Beauté as well. And I really like when brands just branch out and try something new. So let's look at this that I'm wearing right now. This is the Fleur palette. This is the purpley palette. They're doing slim pants now. I love the Ace Beauté formula. I'm super excited about this. Then we have the Calla one. I don't know if you pronounce it like that. I just know how I would pronounce it in Swedish. The Begonia one, which is like a little, oh, look at this yummy color story. And then I think this might be my favorite, which is the yellowy one, the Flora one. I love this. This is going to be the first look that you see. I'm just super excited to be bringing you these. As I said, the info is going to be in the description box. Let me know if you like this kind of a format of videos of just me giving a quick rundown of the collection and launch time and then just heading into looks. Give me some thoughts about that down in the comments, and when you finished watching the looks, let me know which one you like the most. I think this one is my favorite, so let's jump into it. When it comes to neutrals, I don't do them that often, but I love something that's dramatic, and I also love yellow makeup. I love all colors, but I love yellow and brown together. So I think, because I feel like this is like very cinch, and not so much on camera as it is in real life, but like this color here that's leaning a little bit more of a yellowy orange, almost orange, but like a little bit more. You can see it has a little bit more orange in it than this yellow here. This is very much a cinch color. So I think I'm going to be starting with this one. And I think I'm going to go straight into the brown. Can you see I hurt my nail? Do you know how much this hurt? On a scale of 1 to 10? 27. So that's why I'm not having any nails on, because this needs to grow out. But I think I'm going to start with these 2 in the crease. I'm going to be using, this is number 2, the EO2 from Cinch. And I'm just going to be packing this one into the crease. You can see I'm just using packing motions because I want to have this one as like impactful as possible. Because I want this one to be the main color. Okay, so I think the crease is done. It's very fascinating. My brushes, when I hold them like this is my own brush brand Cinch. And when I hold them back like here you can see this is the Cinch color. And you can see it's almost like the same color that's in the crease. But like, there's something about this color and this shininess. It just becomes almost neon in the studio light, which is fascinating because it is a little bit more like this color here. I actually think I'm gonna do a little bit of this yellow here, and I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm just gonna use a little bit of that on the edge to keep this on the yellowy side and not make it too orange. So I'm just using a little bit of this yellow on the edge. And I think I'm gonna use the same colors under my eyes too. And then let's try and go in with the dark brown. I'm just using the side of the EO1 because this is basically like a long like pencil brush. You can see on the side it looks like a little thinner one. So I use the side of that one under my eyes. So this is the darkest brown, and I'm just going to be using this one out here to just deepen up the outer corner. I don't think I'll be taking it too far up. Maybe just a little bit out here. So I really enjoy how this looks, and even though this palette at first glance looks very neutral, I don't think that this look per se is very neutral. Very, very intrigued to play with this one. It almost seems like it has some like green shimmer in it. So I am going to be doing the EO1 again. I'm just going to clean this off. This is my favorite brush for shimmers. So I'm just going to, ooh, that picks up so nicely. I'm going to spray this because I don't want more fallout than I already have. And I also want to make sure that this gets all the duochrome action that it deserves. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a slight green tint to this. It's very, very interesting. I don't want to overuse too many shadows either and make this look totally unattainable. So I feel like, because now I've only used, well, I've used 4 shades, but technically the yellow I just used to blend a little bit on the edge. But I want to keep it a little, you know, accessible, like an easy look with just 2 colors in the crease and something on the lid. I think I'm gonna put a little bit around my inner corner too. So let's do a little bit down here and just a little bit in the inner corner. Nothing big, just a little bit like that. I'm really, really enjoying that. And I think I'm gonna leave it like this and not use any more eyeshadows. Let me actually put some yellow in my waterline and do some mascara, and I can show you what it looks like before lashes. So the look is pretty much done. This is what it looks like. I think it looks beautiful. I'm really excited about this look. I think everything turned out really pretty. So I'm gonna put on some half lashes and we can see how this looks a little bit more zoomed out, a little Monet. So this is what it looks like when I have some lashes on, and I am so in love with this look. I was even talking to my friends just a second ago, and I was telling them that I was actually thinking about filming 2 looks with these palettes today, but me and my husband were actually going out with some friends today. We're doing a little bit of an activity, and I told my friends, I'm like, I love this look too much. There's no way I'm taking this one off. I'm gonna wear this to the thing that we're doing after work today. I am absolutely in love with these tones and how this turned out, so cannot wait to show you the next look, which is not gonna be filmed straight after this one. The second look I'm gonna do is gonna be with Calla. In Swedish you would call this flower Calla. I have no idea how to say it in English. It is the more neutrally one. It's almost like a little bit more of a dramatic Naked One. Like Naked One, but make it 2023. I'm also trying out a new, I'm wearing this one, the MAC Studio Fix All Over Face Pen, both on my face and under my eyes. And I love it on my face, but I hate it under my eyes. It's looking so heavy in texture, so not loving that on me. But I think we're gonna do something playing both with the bronze and the silver. Might even do one on each eye just to show you how different that can be. I think I'm gonna start with this one, the one that's a little bit more on the cool tone side, and I'm gonna do the Cinch EO3, which is the big fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna do this as a first crease shade. I'm kind of pushing it into, you can see my hood here, and then just blending it upwards. But I'm not making this like too intense. I just want this to be the starting up color, but I want it to be a little bit more deliberate in here because, oh my god, am I out of frame? Am I in frame? Because I don't think I'll be putting any of the darker colors in here. Okay, so on the EO2, I'm gonna do this almost darkest. I don't think that's the correct way to say that, but the dark brown, but not the black brown. Let's put it like that. And we are gonna take that out here. And I think I'm only gonna focus this a little bit on like half the outer part of the crease. So I'm gonna leave it open, I think, in here. Should I do this under my eyes too? I think so. And with the brush that I had before, the EO3, and I'm taking a little bit more of that lightest cool tone brown, and I'm just blending on the edge and just flicking it out a little bit. So we're left with something like this. I'm taking some of that dark brown on the side of the EO1 and I'm putting that under my eyes about half, just like I did above, like that. So now on the smallest EO5, I'm doing that almost black brown just in the outer part of the lid and in the outer corner. Not like too much, I'm just doing a little bit. And this small brush is perfect if you want to be precise with something that is very, very dark, because sometimes it's easy to get a little bit too aggressive with the dark color. And like, listen, I'm all about dramatic makeup, but like, I want to decide. I don't want the brush to accidentally decide for me. So I think this is where we're gonna leave the browns. So I want to do the bronze on one side and I want to do the silver on the other side. Let me clean my EO1 off. Oh, there's a little green on that one. And we'll start with the silver. And I am gonna be spraying this, if I can find my just Fix Plus. And I did spray this just to make sure that we're getting opaque result and not too much fallout. But we're doing silver on this side. I'm gonna use a little bit of that light beige here in the inner part as well, to not leave that bare. And then I'm doing the bronze shade on the other side. It's a little different, it's a little fun. I mean, you could definitely choose one side over the other. And if you love neutrals, this could be a great palette for you. But honestly, it's a little fun to have like both. I kind of wish that this palette had a super light inner corner highlight. So I kind of think that I will be bringing that in. So I put some mascara and some white in my waterline, and I'm gonna do on the EO1, I'm gonna do a little bit of just white matte, any kind of random white matte in my inner corner. I think that this is gonna be something to tie it together while still having, I mean, different colors, right? I think it looked cool. I will say, I do love a neutral when it's like a little bit of a neutral with a twist, and I am really excited about how this looks, and I had no problems whatsoever. I already put the palette away. I had no problems whatsoever with like the blending or the application or anything like that. I thought this was a solid palette, and honestly, when I want neutrals, I mostly want the neutrally browns, the mattes. So for that reason, this could be a good one for me. I do wish there was a matte inner corner highlight in here though, because I do love an all matte look. And it's not common for me to do a neutral look, but when I do tend to do an all matte look, I'm gonna be honest. But I actually like this a lot. And if you want to play around a little bit with neutrals, try different shimmers on different eyes, even though you have the same crease. It's just a fun pop, and honestly, it's not that out of the ordinary, even though it's a little bit different. time for the Begonia palette, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers that do looks with this palette, like that get this collection in PR, it's probably gonna play with the greens. I think we're gonna do something here instead. I want to do a halo eye with these 4 looks, 4 shadows. I think I'm gonna start with the darkest one, and I'm gonna blend it out with a slightly lighter one. And I am going in with the Cinch E04, and I am just gonna push this. I'm gonna push this here and a little slant towards the outer corner, and I'm just gonna buff on it. You can see small circular motions, but I'm being a little firm because I want to push this into the primer and make sure that we have the intensity and the shape that I want. Something like that. Taking it up a little bit further. Something like that. And then the same on the inner corner. Not too much darkness here, just a little bit. And same, I love this like oval blending brush for when I want to get in and push and blend and cover not too small of an area. Like I don't want to use a pencil brush, but I still want to be precise and be able to blend on the edge a bit. So I'm keeping it like that. I just spot cleaned this brush a little bit on like my Sigma switch. I'm taking the lighter shade now, and I'm just gonna push this a little bit on the edge, and I'm just gonna blend the edge on both these spots, and then I'm gonna reapply the dark if I need to, but it's much easier to reapply if we really want it to be intense than to apply it afterwards. It all depends on what kind of look you're after, but I want it to be super dark and super intense, so I like starting with the darker one, but I also like it to look a little blended. So I'm just pushing on this edge and making this look somewhat... I don't care about this part. I'm gonna cover that up. I don't care about that. Don't worry too much about that. Just trying to get this part to look blended, the outer edges. I feel like that is pretty decent. I'll reapply a little bit of the darker one once I've fixed the other side. Now I'm going back with the darker shade, and I'm just re-intensifying a little bit where I feel like we might have lost a little. Nothing big, just reapplying. I'm gonna do that lighter shade under my eyes as well, just all over, and a little bit of that darkest one as well, just closest to the lash line. Now we're gonna do this like peachy gold shade. I haven't swatched these as I'm filming this. You've probably seen some swatches, but it does seem like a... that is a fuzzy. It does seem like a gold to, or a pink, or like maybe the opposite, like a pinky peach with a gold shift. So I am putting that with the E01. I'm putting that in the middle. Oh yeah, it's definitely, you can see the pink there, but it's like looking a little gold in the light. And I'm putting that in the middle, and some people prefer to close here the halo. I prefer to have mine open and just fade out the shimmer, because I have so many folds here. If I start trying to make something a little bit too graphic or precise there, it's just gonna look crooked because of all the creases and hoods and stuff that I have going on in the inner part of my eye. So I try to leave that as is. So this is what it's looking like right now. I think I'm gonna go back with the darker shade and just tap a little bit on the corners here, just to make sure that it's looking a little smooth and blended. But I like that. I was thinking I was gonna use a little bit of the lighter shade, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. That's real. I like that. It's colorful and dramatic, but it's not like bold. It's still a little bit held back with the burgundy and the pinks, and it's not like what people would refer to as clown makeup. It's not that. So I put some mascara and eyeliner on, and this is the look. I think it looks really cute. I really like the colors together. So let me put on half lash and I can show you how it looks all done. A little zoomed out. So everything is on and I'm feeling very sultry and sexy in this look. I really like a halo eye or something that's a little bit darker like this around my eyes when I'm trying to like more like a dramatic look, an evening look, something like that. And I love playing it up with different shapes and different colors and different techniques to keep makeup fun and exciting. And if you haven't tried a halo eye in a long time, maybe this is your sign to try it out. And I really like how these colors work together. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, for the last palette, I want to do an all matte look. Don't come for me. The shimmers are beautiful. They really are. You saw the swatches. But I kind of want to just play with these 3 mattes. And I want to do the look that I always refer back to when I want to do something quick and easy. Something that I think looks great on me. And something that is fairly foolproof to do, regardless of what kind of like folds and wrinkles and hoods that you have. So I'm gonna start with the darkest one and I'm gonna go into the middle one and then I'm gonna take the lightest one. I'm taking an EO2 and I'm gonna do the darkest one and I'm just putting that out here a little bit slanted in. I'm not putting it into the full crease. I'm just putting it out here and a little bit into the outer corner, just deepening up this outer space. I'm gonna leave it something like this and do the same on the other eye. I'm just softening a little bit on that edge, nothing too dramatic. Wait, let me add a little bit more here. And now I'm cleaning this brush off, just like pulling some of the extra off, and I'm doing the middle shade now. And I'm gonna do the exact same technique and I'm putting that next to it. And I'm putting this on the middle of my lid and into the middle of my crease. And I'm making sure to push it all the way in to cover all the little folds and wrinkles that I have. I'm softening up a little bit on the edge with no additional product on the brush, just a little bit on the edge. And now with the EO1, I'm doing that lightest shade and I'm just pushing that on the inner part of the lid, and I'm also pushing it up here in the inner part of the crease and in the inner corner. And I'm gonna meet up with the exact same shades on the lower lash line too. So lighter color first, and then middle color comes after. And then we're ending with the darker color in the outer corner. So this is going to be the last step for me in this eye look. And I'm taking an EO4, the oval one, and I'm taking a little bit of that pastel-y purple. And I'm just going to be blending on the edge. I'm not going to be adding the pastel purple. I'm just using it to soften up the edges. Ever so little. You can see it's not like I'm adding anything. I'm just blending on the edge, softening this up a little bit. And then I'm just reapplying some of the darker shades so I don't lose the intensity. And that is it. I feel like this is blended enough. Sometimes you don't need to be Instagram perfect. It is okay if you look good. Like it all it needs to be is look good. I'm gonna use Crybaby. I'm pretty sure they didn't rename this one, right? Amethyst Hour. This isn't Crybaby? This is Colourpop's new. Did they rename this one? Because Crybaby used to be a pastel purple, but maybe they got rid of Crybaby and they have this one instead. Yeah, because Crybaby used to be almost a white lavender. This is definitely not Crybaby, but it still works. So my last look is done and I really love this look. I love this kind of technique. And even now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, is this 100% blended? Probably not, but again, it's okay. I love an all matte look, and I'm not here trying to do perfection. I really like the vibrancy of these colors, and I love that there's a lighter matte included in this palette. I like how this looks a lot. I really like these palettes. My favorite, if I'm gonna be honest, is the yellow one, which might be weird because it's like, but this one has neutrals in it, but I just really love yellow eye makeup. I just really love yellow eye makeup, and if I am gonna do a neutral look, I will reach for yellows together with browns and just make it a little bit more poppy. It's just one of my, I'm sorry, I just think it's so pretty. I like all of these. I really have no idea how the pricing is gonna be, and like if there's gonna, I'm sure there's gonna be bundles or anything like that, but overall I think this is a really cute collection. I'm happy to see them try something new. I'm happy to see them try something smaller and slimmer. I for sure will be bringing one of these when I'm going on vacation next time, which is actually in just a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll bring the yellow one because I love stuff like that on my eyes, or maybe I'll bring one of the other ones. But yeah, I just think it's fun to see brands try something new. Love the Ace Beauté formula. Of course, this is a first impression because I haven't tried them before. But yeah, if you are interested in these, check the description box for more info. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again on Monday, I think, for a new video. Bye!